life philosophy that humans are either meant to be in nature or with each other. So I get both of those fulfilled by living in Chicago, and then also coming back and like taking a break mentally and just being out where I can just smell the dirt, be in the fields, be on the farm, go to the pond, take a walk in the woods. And I need kind of both of those. And, but I have noticed, like, coming back though, there's more development, or there's more houses. And it kind of like, my internal system is like getting thrown off every time I come back. And I'm like, this isn't
normal. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, like change happens, but it's, I don't know if this is the change I necessarily want. So, yeah, I've had conversations with other people, and I think that's how we kind of got in touch, more so. Because I don't, like, when I come back, I don't really necessarily, I just kind of hang out on the farm and do
hang
my
out in
thing.
nature. Yeah.
But we've met a few times, and yeah, what's your perspective on it?
Yeah, so I actually grew up technically in the town over, because I was in North Cape area, but we had family ties always to Raymond,
Right,
so
yeah.
we came here all the time, and like Raymond 4-H was our thing, and my family owns a business here in
This is
Raymond.
like a half mile.
Yeah, it's
away.
not much difference. So it was always Raymond was the town. So when we bought our house in Raymond, and watching things start to build up, it's kind of sad, and it's kind of, you just wonder, you know, you talk about the loss of farmland, and you talk about how there's no farmers that want to take over. Well, I wouldn't say that's necessarily the case, especially to people I've talked to in the area. You know, they want to take it over. However, farmland is less valuable than developmental land.
Yeah.
So if you can sell your farmland for more money, that's the option people are taking at this time. So it's hard to see. It's understandable to some extent. But for me, I get really sad watching it all. Kind of a house pop up here, or subdivision over there, you know, just little by little, because you just start losing that charm and character of the town.
It is. It starts to look like every other place.
Yeah.
And places I don't like spending time in. So it's like, to me, and Kallie Jo and I have talked about this, and it's like, it's almost like this point of time, or you sense this, you have this sense of like, well, we should, if we don't like it, if I don't like it, or if you don't like it, or if we don't like it, we should get together and discuss it, right? Because otherwise it'll just happen.
Yeah,
just
without
by,
any
like,
input.
By physics or gravity, it will just happen. And so in order, so it's like a point of inflection for a community to come together and say, like, who are we? Who were we? Who are we now? What do we want to become? Who do we want to become? And take steps to take initiative to do that, right?
Yeah, and start having those conversations and
Yeah.
be open about it. I think there's a lot of people who internally feel it, where they don't express their concerns, and then there's also the people who do express their concerns but might not know how to get to the same people with the same like-minded concerns.
Yeah, it's interesting. It's nothing is necessarily good or bad. It's just a matter of defining as a community, like, what do we want?
Yeah.
You know? Because then once you decide that and you get more people sharing the same values, then that's when you can start to make headway and make progress.
Make change.
Yeah, so we've been in like preliminary discussions, you and I, of like, okay, well we're
on the same page, yeah.
Who else is on the same page? And so we're actively, you know, taking steps to try to find other people and communicate and organize like that. So.
Yeah, and it's a slow process, but it's definitely a process that needs to happen, and so, or that's how I see it.
If you want to make progress, or if you want something, you have to try, right?
Yeah.
Otherwise,
That's
it will
exactly-
not happen.
Yes.
This is very, very simple in life, right? If you want something, no one's just going to give it to you, especially if they don't know, right? You
Yeah.
have to.
You have to make known, and you have to work at it.
Yeah, you have to put forth the effort. So that's here. I love Raymond.
Yeah, it is. It's a nice town. It really is.
It is, and I don't want it to become something generic like I noticed with other areas.
It's too easy to fall into that. You know, it's easy to put up houses and do this and this and this and bring people, especially where we're located. If it weren't for where we're located, that's easy to me. What's more, but if you take the harder road and you really work at it and you keep the town the way, you know, like keep that character and you work at that, I think that's more important. And
also you can like benefit from staying true to who you are. Like in the long run, it's more lucrative is probably the wrong word, but like the more you are yourself, which is different from everybody else, the more you'll stand out.
Makes you special.
Makes you special, and everybody can benefit from it. So those are some of the things that we've been talking about off camera, stuff like that. It was quite beautiful.